Does being sober sucks? Yes, sometimes. I haven't made a sober update for a while, so I thought it would be nice to check in, as I know that a lot of people follow this channel because of that video, which was the first one to make a significant dent on this channel. But for real though, the reason why I don't talk about this often is because this is who I was. It's not who I am now. For me, dissociating myself from it was the best way to move on. And I have to say it worked out pretty good. And you know what they say? In order to become someone else, you need to let go of who you are. I know it's cheesy as f, but it is kind of true. So this past year was by no means an easy one. It was stressful. It still is, but you know, I'm figuring it out slowly but surely. I'm not gonna bore you with all the details, but let's just say that tattooing is taking a hell of a beating this year. Since everything is so expensive, getting a tattoo is the last thing on people's mind. Quite understandable. Anyway, how does that relate to being sober? I drank daily for 30 years. And now after 3.5 years of being sober, I'm still figuring out or facing new challenges that I didn't think it was gonna happen. So let's go through quickly some of the positive and negative of quitting drinking alcohol. You realize who your real friends are. You stop wasting time on shallow, often one-sided friendship or relationship. A second positive is you do have. If you start calculating how much it costs you to drink yearly, you will be very surprised. That's actually one of the main reasons why I quit drinking in the first place. I stopped counting at $12,000 a year without restaurants and bars. It was just booze at home. And I know some of you might say, 12,000, that's so much. Bro, this is only $34 a day. It sneaks up on you in small daily amounts. The number 3 positive is you're overall happier. As everybody knows, alcohol is a downer. So when you quit, let's just say that your mood regulates itself. Another positive, you get healthier. I don't think I have to elaborate much more on that. Your sleep gets better. You know, you think that your couple of drinks are helping you sleep better, but it might be helping you just to fall asleep faster, but this has been proven many times. It is messing up your whole REM of sleep. And I've had insomnia forever, and my sleep is way better without alcohol. You know that morning after, hungover as hell, wondering, why am I doing this to my body and my brain? Was last night really worth it? What did I do? What did I say? I'm telling you, I'm not missing those morning after at all. Now the negatives. As much as it is a net positive, realizing who your real friends are, it does suck at the beginning to see that a lot of them were just, you know, weren't real friends. I guess number 2 would be your social life takes a beating. At the beginning anyway. I don't know if you've ever been sober around drunk people. It's not fun. So it does feel a little bit lonely at the beginning. Number 3, life gets a little bit boring because you're used to those alcoholic high. When you have a couple of drinks, everyone is more beautiful, jokes are funnier, everything is a little bit better. But when you stop drinking, that's when you realize it wasn't that funny, nor better. So I guess it takes a little bit of time to readapt to reality. You have to relearn how to deal with your emotions. Deal with life circumstances sober. And stress. Stress right now for me is my sober hurdle. I know it sounds obvious, but you don't really think of it as it's happening. You kind of realize it when you get there. And it's not that in the past 30 years I never had to deal with stress. The difference is I was dealing with stress boozy all the time. Alcohol was my faithful daily ally to deal with it. I was, some might say, kind of numb to reality. And this conversation is not about me wanting to have a drink because I'm stressed right now. Fighting in my head the thought of having one and craving for one. I have absolutely no intention nor interest of starting drinking again. Quitting drinking was and still is the best decision I've ever taken in my life. But rather, this is the realization that even after more than 3 years, I still make new findings. Part of life that I've never lived sober. Like a recession, for example, financial stress. I am dealing with a higher stress level than usual. And I find it quite interesting. I've never had to deal with this sober. And obviously there is many other ways to deal with stress other than alcohol. Self-talk, breathing, yoga, climbing, working out, going for a walk, or one of my favorite one, herbal tea. One thing that I can't live without, it's my herbal tea in my hands after the day. I still have the same drinking habit. It's just the liquid in the cup that changed. Although these are healthy habits to manage your stress with. But when I get a little more stressed, I would lie to you if I would say that I don't compensate with less healthy habits. Like eating a little more fast food or excessive gaming and shopping. I shop when I'm stressed. It just keeps my mind occupied. I guess we'll have a video about my new pickups soon enough. So quitting drinking does not make life magically all flowers and puppies. Life will still suck. And it's gonna be a little harder since you don't drink anymore. And it'll probably be times like me right now that you would think to yourself, it would suck a little less if I had a drink. However, that's the whole point of quitting drinking, is to take back your life. Which means every little details that comes with it, shitty or not. And that's a thing that we tend to forget when it's been a while that we haven't drank. And when you think of it, it might feel a little harder because you're sober to deal with stress and life stuff like that, but alcohol is just a temporary patch. And if you really think of it, it does not make things better. It makes things 100% worse. So it's just a matter of reminding ourselves, dealing with your shit sober is 100% better. And I would argue that the shitty you have to deal with is not gonna last as long if you deal with it sober. I guess I'm realizing right now that maybe it was a little bit pretentious to think that after 3 years, after all the first hurdles of quitting drinking, I thought that I had it all figured out when I was coming out of a 30-year cycle. Now, do I ever miss it? I miss the ritual, the hanging out, the little buzz after a couple of drinks that makes everything funnier and better. I was walking with a friend the other day, passing by terraces. It was a beautiful sunny day. People were cheering, they were hanging out. Everybody was happy, you know, having a great time. And a part of me was saying, as I was looking at them, that maybe I could also occasionally enjoy a couple of drinks and have fun. And it would be fine. But this other part of me was yelling, it's not worth it. Because I know it's never a couple of drinks with me. I am excessive in everything I do, whether it's healthy or unhealthy. And if I open that bottle, I'm finishing it. There's no 2 drinks or it's completely gone. You know, I have a lot of discipline in my life, but that's the one thing. I can even open a Pringle box and just have 1 chip. I am that disciplined. I guess you'll have to take my word for it. But with alcohol, it triggers something. I just can't, I have to, you know. And how I would feel the day after, physically and morally, is just not worth it. Been there, done that, had fun, moved on. You know, after 3.5 years of not drinking, I told myself that there would be one reason for me to have a drink. And that reason is, it would be in a perfect state of mind. But when I stop to think about it 2 seconds, I can't find any scenario, any situation that it would be perfect, that I would need to alter it with alcohol. As I'm editing this video, I'm realizing that maybe this sounds a little weird, so I want to elaborate. Whether it be positive or negative, I wouldn't have a drink if it's to change my perception, if it's to make something lighter or to make something better or to make me less nervous, as much as I don't want to alter my reality if what I'm living is absolutely amazing and fun and I'm having a blast. There's no reason why I would change it. I think this is it. If I'm hanging out with people and I need alcohol to make it more fun, maybe these people are not that fun to hang out with. Same thing with a place. If I need to be buzzed to be somewhere, well, maybe that somewhere is not where I really want to be. Life sucks sometimes, and when you're used to drinking every day, unfortunately, when you stop, you have to readapt to reality. And you're gonna have the feeling that the suck is a little worse. But it's not. So if you decided to quit drinking, keep in mind that it only gets better with time. You only get stronger. However, in that journey, there's gonna be new sets of challenges that are gonna appear out of nowhere when you least expect it as well. You think you got it all figured out, and then but you have to remember that if you made it that far, there's absolutely no reasons why you can't push through. And that you should be proud of yourself. That's pretty much it. Overall, I'm doing pretty well. I just wanted to share in real time what is happening in that brain of mine. I hope you're well, and if you did quit drinking alcohol or any other substance for that matter, I am proud of you. You're doing amazing. And congrats on your new life. And please join the conversation in the comment section. I always love reading what you have to say. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you in the next one.